I just want to take a moment to express to you guys what an honor and what a thrill it is to bear witness to you guys weaving this incredible tapestry of beautiful music. Ariane, my producer, and I have been working on this film for 5 years. At the core of it, the central idea is the redemptive and the healing power of music. The thing about creation, the thing about art, is that it binds people together. It creates empathy. It gets us to understand and reflect on the shared humanity that we all participate in. And so it was really important that the music supplemented that idea. So often, we have these vague, inarticulate, but keenly felt emotions roiling around inside of us. And the thing that often gives voice to those emotions is music. We wanted to make sure that we had some traditional Japanese instrumentation, but we also wanted to bring a more modern cinematic approach. We merged these two things, East and West, old and new, and come up with something completely new in the process. When Dario and I started working on this film together, the first thing that we do is we just talk about the movie. We discuss the general themes, the key emotional beats, and what's the key takeaway, what's the key theme that we're trying to get across, and then how does music play a role in getting that idea across.
Travis would say, okay, what is the scene about? We're talking about family, we're talking about, Cuba's parents, how they met, how they lost each other. And so that kind of becomes the broken family theme, or the family that would like to be back together theme. When something like that, it's not so much a theme for a specific character, it's more for an idea. Every time that I encounter scenes where the family is somehow talked about, or there is a reference to the family that was, I already have a theme for that.
I think with this film, the main starting point for Dario would have been the Shaman's Inn.
This instrument was born 150 years ago.
It's sort of like a Japanese version of a banjo, a three-stringed instrument.
Sometimes it's playful and sometimes it's being used very dramatically.
The first image they got of Kubo with this shamisen behind his back, this rock star kind of guy floating in the air.
There he is.
We use the instrument because that would be appropriate for the place and the time. But it also has a really unusual quality. I think a lot of Western audiences, particularly, are not exposed to that kind of music. And there's something that's really strange and beautiful about it. So many of us, I grew up in a Beatles household. My mother was a lifelong Beatle fan, and as a consequence, so was I. It was essentially the soundtrack of my childhood. We would play their records on the hi-fi, we'd blast their 8-tracks on my dad's blue Cougar coupe. When it came time to try to find essentially a musical theme for the spirit of the movie, While My Guitar Gently Weeps was the perfect song for a variety of reasons, not the least of which was that the connection that it had with my own life and my own mother, which is so critical to this film. It's just a beautiful song, and in a lot of ways it's a portrait in contrast.
It's very simple, but very sophisticated.
It's these competing, often seemingly incompatible ideas, commingling sadness with hope. It is a ballad, it's a lament, but there's also expectancy and optimism within it.
It's really quite special.
Still my guitar gently weeps.
just loved the whole thing from the beginning. I want to run away with the circus, you know.
Dario is, as a storyteller, he's a storyteller with music. He seemed to absolutely be in sync with the spirit and the tone of the movie. He knew what I was going for.
It's been really joyful from beginning to end.
I really want to thank you for being part of this journey with us. To be here now, at the end of this journey, with you, and to experience you bringing this extraordinary score to life, it's a magical and moving experience for me, and a very fitting end to this whole journey. So thank you for that.